What's up guys, Emma here, and I'm really excited because I've finally got my hands on Fallout 4 VR. I've spent a bit of time in the game, so I've put together a quick video going over everything I've seen so far, while answering a few questions that popped up in the comments from our Fallout 4 VR preview. So jumping straight in, after we posted our video preview, a lot of people were really interested in the game's controls, and thankfully we have this diagram that describes exactly what everything does. One of the things that is a massive deal for me is direct movement, which just means that the player can control their movement by dragging their thumb across the left touchpad. This is great because unlike Doom VFR, you aren't forced to teleport or do a weird dashing movement to get around. Walking around in Fallout 4 VR is effortless, and if you push in the touchpad it allows you to run too. As a result, I haven't felt sick once, so if you suffer with motion sickness, I'd say you should be perfectly fine to play Fallout 4 VR. So far, I've explored a bit, engaged in firefights, and I've even been in an elevator and I haven't felt sick at all. There are loads of settings that you'll be able to tweak to ensure that you feel comfortable while playing the game, so if you do want to teleport, that's still an option. It's also possible to turn off Comfort Vignette, which is a setting that narrows the field of view when you're moving to reduce motion sickness. In addition, the sensitivities for direct movement and scrolling through menus can be adjusted too, so it's definitely worth playing around with all of that and setting it up when you boot up the game for the first time. Another question that I know a lot of people were asking was, can you manually reload weapons? If you're talking about manually inserting the clip into the weapon, then no, that's not a thing. But there is a reload button and it's in a pretty natural place too. All you have to do is press the grip on the right controller. This grip is also used to prime grenades if you select a grenade and then just hold the button in for a few seconds. Similarly, V.A.T.S has its own dedicated button, which is the menu button on the right controller. As you'd expect, your Pip-Boy is located on your left wrist, so to interact with that you simply need to lift your arm, look down at the screen and use the left touchpad to navigate the menus. It may seem like there are a lot of controls to remember, and I guess there are, but it's all pretty intuitive and after a few minutes you'll know exactly what you're doing. One thing to be aware of is that Bethesda released a beta update yesterday because quite a few people were experiencing blurriness as the game was running at a low resolution. As you can see in this footage, everything looks kinda horrible and it was difficult to read text and identify some objects when standing further away from them. I'm really pleased to see that the beta update has fixed these issues, and there is a noticeable difference now in game with everything looking a lot sharper. Although it has come at a price. Performance has definitely taken a hit and the frame rate has dropped significantly. As there are no in-game video settings, all adjustments will have to be made by opening the config file, so if you do want to find the optimum balance between resolution and frame rate, you'll have to edit that in the config file. Combat feels really satisfying in this game, and taking out enemies is fun and surprisingly accurate from what I've seen so far. You can just point and shoot and it works. This may sound kinda silly and obvious to point it out, but in Doom VFR, I encountered a number of issues with the controllers drifting and not shooting very accurately, so to have this work pretty much perfectly in Fallout 4 VR is great news. Overall, my first impressions of Fallout 4 VR are overwhelmingly positive, as you've probably heard. Of course, I have encountered a few issues. The performance hit after the beta update isn't ideal and the game has crashed a few times, but this game appears to be exactly what Bethesda have been promising. It's Fallout 4 in VR. It's the full game and it's really cool. Imagine being stuck in a freezer in VR and being able to physically step forward to get a better look through the window at a couple of dodgy looking folks kidnapping your son. You have to try it. I'm really looking forward to more moments like this, and with people on Reddit already sharing mods for Nuka World and Far Harbor, I think we all have a lot to look forward to with this game. I haven't played Fallout 4 for a while, but I'm really excited to replay it in VR. Thanks so much for checking out this video. If you have any questions about the game, just leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer those for you. We've posted a longer gameplay video on our channel as well, so check that out if you want to see more of the game. As always, please subscribe to our channel if you like our stuff, and feel free to share this video with your friends. Have a good day and I'll see you in our next video or stream.